North Korea laid out its evidence Tuesday against two American journalists sentenced to 12 years of hard labor. They claim that Laura Ling and Yuna Lee had a video recorder, 6 tapes, a digital camera, and a stone. We'll explain that in a second. The country's official news agencies say the two documented their journey by admitting on tape that they had illegally entered the country. The stone was a piece of evidence. Joining us now is Laura Ling's cousin, Angie Wang. Good morning.
Good morning.
Since they were convicted, we'll put that in quotation marks, have they been able, has the family been in contact with anyone who has been in contact with them?
To my knowledge, not since the conviction, that there's been absolutely no contact. I know that there's been attempts by the Swedish embassy to see how the girls are doing, and we haven't heard a thing. Because
in the time of their original incarceration, they were kept in a separate place. The Swedish embassy was allowed visits, periodic visits, but since that time, all communication has been cut off.
We haven't heard anything. I mean, basically, we know that attempts have been made, but we haven't heard any kind of, report or progress about their situation.
There was so little known about the reporting that was being done by these women. They were somewhere on the border area. It was supposed to be about the mistreatment, especially of women in North Korea. Now the North Korean government says it has this evidence. What is the family response to this?
We know that when Laura and Yuna left U.S. soil, they had absolutely no intention of crossing the border. We know that in this statement that was released that they have confessed to these allegations.
Right.
And we know that they have apologized. They have apologized profusely, and our families are so sorry this has happened. But we're just so sorry this has happened, and so we just ask that the North Korean government show compassion, show leniency, allow Laura and Yuna to come home.
How is there a way to make sure that that message gets through? Because this is a government so isolated. This is not, normally in situations like this, there are in fact back channels. It doesn't feel like there's a back channel through which to really communicate this time.
I mean, you're right. It's an extremely difficult situation, and not knowing, knowing what's being communicated. All we can do is hope, send as loud a message we can to Laura and Yuna that we are doing everything in our power to try to bring them home. I mean, that's really all we can do. All we can hope for is that they know how much everybody misses and loves them, and that we want them home.
Angie, thank you so much for coming in and sharing your feelings and thoughts this morning.
Thank you.
Do appreciate it.